My first encounter with a magazine was in seeing a friend read it, actually, when I was a student. And I thought, well, what is this? And he said, you know, it's the Banner of Truth magazine. I said, oh, really? And I don't think I paid much attention to it at that time. But when I was then the assistant minister in Edinburgh with Derek Prime, one of the men in the church was Mervyn Barter, who was a key part of the whole operation in Scotland. And he really introduced me to it there. And from that point, and that's going back a long, long way, that was, you know, 1975, 76. So it's a lifetime, you know, it's 40 plus years. And along with that, you know, all the publications. I was familiar with Lloyd Jones. I'd heard Lloyd Jones preach, and so the association with Lloyd Jones and then the work of Ian Murray, I found just wonderfully helpful. I think the magazine is good in that it is just so accessible. It's not hugely long. Even the long articles are still readable, and the quotes in it, you know, that could be regarded as, you know, filler pieces. They're not. They're really, really helpful. And as a fan of biography, it has a lot of stuff that goes in that direction. And so I've been introduced to people in a sort of, in a brief version in the magazine that I've then been able to move on with. So whether it is, you know, like William Grimshaw, you know, or Dallimore on Whitfield. You know, I think I first encountered that in the magazine before I then went on to read it in the book form. I should say as well that I like the fact that I can read all the magazine. Not every magazine I feel that way about. You know, I'm moving through it as quickly as I can. But there's seldom a Banner magazine that I don't actually read at all, because I guess it's indicative of the level of my interest. But also, it's because what we have in that magazine you don't find in any other magazine. And the distinctions of the magazine, you know, what makes the magazine so good is that it hasn't deviated from course. You know, magazines have changed with fashion over the years, the layout of them, the amount of graphics in them, the sort of response to the culture. And the Banner magazine has pretty well held course. You know, increasingly now, in the media, we're invaded with images. It's you know, the print material is, you know, exists almost as a kind of sideline. I mean, there are exceptions to that. Certain magazines like the New Yorker and things, they have more comprehensive pieces. But in terms of even Christian magazines, so when you get the Banner magazine and you open up the front page, you're ready to begin. You know, we've started, and there are no advertisements that I can recall, and there's nobody trying to flog stuff. I mean, it'll mention a book or a new book on the back cover, or it'll do, the book reviews are really good as well. I like that because it helps me decide what I'm going to buy, and it introduces me to a realm of life that otherwise I wouldn't know. I just would encourage people to sign up for it. I know they won't be disappointed.